DanSavageOrlandoMagic.com.
Evan, I know you're probably sick of asking this question, but it's always as important the day after a game as it almost is day of the game. How are you feeling, and how did your body respond to playing a full game last night?
I felt good, thank you. Feeling good. Obviously, I have to be aware of how I'm feeling, and I go crazy, and just be patient with my back and see how it's gonna evolve. But so far so good. So I'm about to get some a little bit of cold tub action, a little bit of treatment, and be ready for tomorrow.
Christos Saltis, Sport DNA Greece.
Hello, Ivan. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I would like to ask you, what is the biggest difference with MCW on the court, with you sharing the backcourt to the game against the Knicks? And also, what type of challenge for you personally is the game against the Warriors?
So playing alongside with Mike, when he plays a point guard, which I think that's his best position, he brings length to that position. So we're big on the court with him. He has he's really good defensively on the ball. So he brings defense. He obviously brings a lot of energy. And for guards, he's exceptional at rebounding the ball and getting deflection. So he brings us a lot of intensity. And as far as tomorrow, well, they just played last night. Went to overtime against Miami. Steph Curry did not shot the ball well. So you know what that means. He's gonna come out tomorrow and be ready to fire. So we're gonna have to, focus on him. And they don't have any bigs right now, so they're gonna play very small and they're gonna move a whole lot, and we're gonna have to be locked in on everything they do.
Charlie Widows, LA Clippers.
Morning, Ivan. We're working on a feature about Nick Batum and the French national team, and I'd wonder, can you define kind of what French basketball is, what style it is, how it's different from other styles of basketball?
Oh, how do I describe French basketball? I don't know. I mean, I can only compare it to America, I guess, because that's the only two kind of basketball that I really know. I would say that growing up in France, compared to here, we would probably focus more on like team aspects of the game growing up, which is good. But you also need what you guys do here, which is really skill development. I think you need the best of both worlds. But French basketball, I mean, that's a tough question. I could really talk to you about 1 hour of things back home, but right now I just can tell you that we like, I guess every European country, we try to focus on the fundamentals. That's my answer.
Yeah, Charlie, you have a follow-up?
Yeah, just can you just tell me a little bit about the camaraderie of the national team and what it's like when you guys get together and get to play for your country?
Well, that's the best part of playing FIBA basketball, is that you get to play with your friends, literally. Guys that you grew up with, either playing with or play against. I've been with Rudy for a long time now. We first met each other when we were 14, when you see each other every summer and you go through tournaments like the Olympics, the European Basketball World Championship, you go through tough times and you go through a lot of adversity, and that brings you closer. You spend 2-3 months without your family, just with the team, and it creates bond that will last forever. And I'm obviously looking forward to seeing these guys again for the Olympics in Tokyo, hopefully.
When we spoke to Rudy, he mentioned that guys like you and him kind of looked up to Nick as someone who came over to the league and established himself. Where does Batum fit into the kind of the legacy of French basketball?
Well, Nick came out of time where, so back then we only really had two guys playing at a very high level. We had Tony and Boris. And after these two, we had some French players in the league, but that they really wasn't like playing or just G League a little bit. And Nick was the one that came in and kind of was the next guy up. He was getting big minutes. He was starting. He had a big impact on his team, and so he kind of kept things going for us. And then the new wave came in with like guys like Rudy, Kevin Surfin, myself, etc., etc. So he was just next up, and we always need to have guys from France playing in the league and showing young kids that we can do it.
Thank you.
Back to Dan Savage.
Evan, kind of building on that, how much do you value those opportunities and getting the chance to represent your country in those situations?
Oh, it's an unbelievable feeling to have that flag on your chest and play in front of the fans. But there's just a different feeling, because every game is so important. We don't have many games, so there's no time to lose. And it's just a special feeling. I guess it's hard to explain, but we take pride in winning for France, and I mean we've been doing good so far.
Go ahead, Dan.
Evan, after your dunk last night, has the NBA given you a call about representing the Magic in the dunk contest and avenging Aaron Gordon?
Unfortunately, no. But maybe if I can get another dunk tomorrow, who knows?
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
What's funny?
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Evan, I'm curious, is one of the reasons why French playing well for your national team and succeeding as a team for your national team is so important that you're trying to raise the profile of the sport of basketball in your home country and popularize it even more?
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of goes together. Obviously we want to represent France the best way we can, and we're trying to win for ourselves, but also the country and our families and fans. But definitely the goal is to grow basketball. You guys don't know, but overseas, it's mostly soccer, because for European basketball, it's kind of hard to really develop, because the best league in the world is here, and the games are really late. So guys have to get up very late and watch games, from 1 a.m. to sometimes 5 a.m. if it's like a LA game or stuff like that. So they don't have the best basketball like in the country, where with soccer, with a Champions League, they can watch a game, in Paris, they can watch a game in Milan. Like, they have the best brand of soccer, and they don't get to watch the best basketball, in Europe. I'm not saying EuroLeague is not good, but obviously NBA is better. So we're trying to win so we can like grow basketball and get young kids to love this game, because I mean ultimately that's the goal, to grow basketball.
Okay, we have time for a couple more. Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Evan, based on what you've seen from Chuma Okeke this season, how good of a defender specifically do you think that he could become as he gets more comfortable?
He has the tools to be really good. He's strong. He's physical. He's very smart. He's a very smart kid, and I think he's done a great job, because for him it was a lot to take in. Cliff asked a lot of us on team concepts, and there's a lot to learn, and he really he's not making a whole lot of mistakes, very very few mistakes. So he's been really impressive on that end, and obviously he's going to get better and better. So I'm really looking forward to see his development.
We'll go last one to Christos Saltis, Sport DNA Greece.
Van, you mentioned EuroLeague before. did you see games of EuroLeague so far? And if yes, what are your predictions about this season?
I've only see like recaps. I haven't watched any games. I mean, obviously Barcelona is playing great right now. But you know, I really didn't like the way they handled my friends Thomas Hurtel, so I'm not gonna cheer for them. Um, and I mean, you know, the usual suspects. I think Moscow has a really good team. They have Mike James, so one game, you know, anything can happen. Um, I really don't know, and that's actually the beauty of EuroLeague is because of the way they play Final Four. Anything can happen, you know. So we'll see.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.